Another day, another box. Quite a big box, but interestingly, not that heavy. So it's quite loose, the contents inside. Don't see any really obvious signs of damage. Yeah, well, let's see what's in here. See which game it is, what we've been waiting for all this time. In there, in there. Right, pull this open. Oh, quite a lot of the old packing bubble wrap stuff. That's good. That tends to keep things very safe. Oh, Dark Quarter, excellent. I have to say, this is one of the games I've been waiting for a long time. I hope it is worth the wait. Still Night. Deluxe miniature upgrade. And here we've got the actual Dark Quarter core box. Right, now, oh, there you go. Good job I checked. We've got a plastic tokens upgrade pack. And there are the plastic tokens. We've also got this, whatever that is, Dark Quarter Deluxe Metal Experience coins. Okay. Alright, well, like I say, always check the box carefully. Little items that just get left. No, looks like we're good. Got everything out. Right, let's put you down and come back. So we'll start with what I guess is the core game. First thing we notice is it's smaller than a lot of the other games we've got, which is not a bad thing. It gets quite tiresome, these huge boxes, so it's quite a nice size. Certainly it'd be quite a nice size for taking away with you. It's hard to judge because it is thinner. I think it is slightly smaller than what I call the standard, you know, your Zombicide or whatever. It might be just slightly smaller, maybe half an inch or so, than that sort of square dimension that a lot of other games use. But that could just be an optical illusion. It could actually be the same, it's just the thinness making it look smaller. We can see the shrink wrap, very good quality, nicely sealed. Don't see any holes anywhere. Also don't see any signs of damage on the box. So that's all looking really good. Oh yeah, I'd forgotten that. It requires an app to play. Alright, let's get it open and have a look what's inside. Just pop the lid off. Okay, we've got a rule book. Take a look at that in a second. We have some tokens. Take a look at those in a minute as well. And then we have a map of New Orleans. Don't know what's on the back. It's not double-sided. It's interesting. I often think game manufacturers, it's quite useful to have a double-sided if you want to include an extra mission or something, but obviously with this game I get the feeling you need to leave this side displayed at all times, so that's probably why they've done that. And then we have a bunch of stuff in here, player boards for the 4 core characters. Nicely moulded plastic tray. I can tell you already it feels very sturdy. Yeah, that's excellent. That doesn't feel flimsy at all. Something going on here. Oh, that's interesting. This comes off. I think this is designed to hold the tokens in place. That's my what I think, because these tokens are hexagonal. Oh, there you go. I've just popped one out. So I think they've designed that so that you can put the token in there and it will hold it in place. Yeah, Oh, very clever. I've not seen that before, and I have got a lot of games, but I've never seen that before. But yeah, this is quite sturdy. This is definitely stronger than most that I've received. Having said that, that's a shame. So obviously, during transit, there's been enough moving around, enough shaking that it's cracked this. Certainly not something I expect to be able to send back to them to say, hey, this is broken. But sad all the same. That also means somewhere in here there'll be some bits of plastic that I need to take out. Oh, interesting, we've got a little... So agent, you have found the envelope. Inside are a few cards that will feel familiar. You can add them to the rest of the kin and use them following the usual rules. Okay, so that's obviously a little extra pack there. I'm not going to open that. I think that would have spoilers in. Where are the bits of broken plastic then? They're gonna be in here somewhere, aren't they? So here we have some miniatures. I didn't realise actually how big this miniature would be. I would say this is average. You could see clearly the join here. The texturing is not terrible. There is texturing, which is always good. I would put this as a perfectly acceptable miniature quality. Not up there with the sort of higher quality miniature games, but certainly, you know, it's got enough detail in that it's very, very acceptable. I'm quite happy with it. I don't have any concerns with that. Let's have a look at some of the characters. Again, fairly straightforward sculpt. The bases make a huge difference. Even though I would say the detail on the miniatures themselves is just, as I say, a perfectly acceptable standard, the fact that the bases have got this extra detail, you know, like this guy here, if he was just on a flat base, that would be a pretty boring sculpt, but stepping up out of, looks like he's stepping out of this grave. Yeah, no, I think that's good. And who have we got here? Here we've got... her base is a little bit less interesting, but all the same, I think the limited amount of detail will help to get these painted up quickly. And I think they'll look good on the table. There's enough detail there for them to look good, whilst at the same time, you know, you don't have to spend too long trying to get there. Yeah, the base is textured like it's sort of 4 flagstones if you're standing on. They're not clipped in, which is great. I hate it when they sort of are forced in. One of the others. Yep, no, quite happy. I won't take them all out. Quite happy with what I've seen so far. Yeah, I'd actually say for a lot of people these would be ideal if you like to paint but are not great. The slightly lower level of detail actually encourages you to just paint them, get them to a nice stand and get them on the table and get playing. The dice look lovely. Really nice looking dice. I still haven't seen where the broken bits of plastic have gone, which is now making me wonder whether it was broken before it even got put in the box. Because if it was broken during transit, then I should have pieces of broken plastic here in this. I've got one bit there. There's one small piece. So there is one piece there. So probably the other bits are just going to turn up to start going through everything. We've got some packs of cards, some more cards here, smaller ones underneath, and it looks like they've thought about storage quite carefully, so I'm assuming that all of these things will actually fit quite nicely into their individual sections, maybe in there, I don't know. Big dice here. These dice don't like to fit in there too easily. I might take them out of the baggie and see if they go in any easier when they're out of there. Yes, they fit in there nicely when they're out of the baggie. What else should we look at on here? I think what we'll do now, let's go back. Notice I didn't find any other big pieces of this plastic, so I do believe this was broken in the factory during packing. Otherwise, as I say, the bits would be here. So the lack of any evidence of the pieces here makes me believe that it was broken somewhere else. That looks like where that goes. Pop this back on here. Oh, and put these cards in properly. There we go. Right. Let's have a look at the tokens. I was interested in the quality of the tokens. Well, as I say, this... oh, let me bring you down a bit so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. This one just popped out nice and easy. You can clearly see the two tiny tags where it was attached, but that's, you know, that's to be expected. A lot of the cardboard has those little tags. It's not easy to compress. That suggests it's quite... I always think that's sort of high quality. The cardboard's nice and solid. We'll push a few more out just to see. Yeah, they push out easily, nicely. And then in terms of how well glued they are, yeah, there's a little bit of peel back there, but I am being quite rough on a straight edge. It's not terrible. Again, I would say it's certainly at least average. It's sort of good enough, and the printing quality is nice. I like the images; they're all very easy and clear. What's on the back of these? It's not the back of the character. It's oh, I think it's got a number. That's useful, so you know which one is which, just in case you weren't sure. So yeah, perfectly good quality for the cardboard. Quite happy with that. Then we have these tokens, which are double-sided. These actually feel even nicer. This cardboard feels even firmer, and look at that. Yeah, I would say this is glued better as well. That is not moving at all. Let's try it on the back. Oh yeah, a little bit of peel on the back, but this is like a grade higher quality than the rest of the tokens. That's very interesting. Yeah, push out really nicely. We'll have, I'll sort, whoa, okay, apologies for that. I'll have a look at those later. Let's have a look at the rule book. Let's see, well, we've got that sort of yellowy colour that so many rule books seem to like to go for now. But I would say we've got a reasonable size font in a nice sort of black ink. So that's quite easy to read. I think the size of the font is what's helping the most, because it's not quite as dark as it could be. Nice clear pictures for how to set up. Character skills abilities. Has it got a table of contents? No table of contents. It has got a nice component list, which is good. Character skills and abilities. Yeah, I always like diagrams. There's quite a lot of words here, but there are diagrams as well. Gameplay. Has it got an index then? As I said, it doesn't have a table of contents. It has an icon reference on the back. That's useful. That's a good use of the back page. The credits are inside, which is great because you don't really need to look at those often. No, it doesn't have an index. Not the biggest rule book though, so hopefully it will make sense as we go through it. But no table of contents, no index, so if you do need to look something up, you're going to have to... Yes, you're going to have to just flick through, but it doesn't look like it's the most complicated rule book, not too huge. Then we've got this, which is... I think I must have chosen a sort of a deluxe upgrade option, because effectively what we've got here are the exact same tokens as these, but done in plastic. It says here plastic upgrade tokens. Doesn't tell you, anything else, but I think it's pretty obvious what they replaced. So again, we'll just put those out of the way for now. This little box, plastic upgrade tokens, This pack contains 73 plastic markers which replace their base game cardboard counterparts. So they've just given us a little box to store them in, which is nice. It's a shame that they don't fit in the, in the core box itself, but at least that makes it easy not to lose them, keep them all together. And of course, when you're traveling, you can always leave the plastic tokens behind and just take the regular ones with you that fit in the box. I also wonder if, no, they won't fit underneath the plastic trays. No, but obviously you don't have to take the plastic tokens with you if you want to just use the cardboard ones that will all pack away, I assume, pack away neatly in the box. Here we have, what's it, Deluxe Metal Experience coins. They put a little tab on here, which is nice to help you open it up. It's always a welcome addition. And we'll have a look inside here. Let's see what comes out. There we go. Silver colour and brass, or copper coloured, whichever you want to call that, coins. Yeah, it's exactly what it says on the tin. Metal Experience coins, so that's fine. I'll pop those back in their little box, keep them safe for now. Okay, so that's the core box. I have to have a look online for any instructions on how to store the tokens. As I say, clearly those the box has got places to store tokens in there. We also have the miniatures for the key characters in there, so I'm assuming that this deluxe miniature upgrade is going to be all the non-player characters that were just tokens. So let's have a look in here. This box contains 20 finely detailed non-player character miniatures that depict the most prominent and fun characters encountered in the story. So again, if you're travelling, of course you could just leave this at home. You don't have to carry it all, you can just use the cardboard tokens, but then when you are in a location where you can take this with you or you have it at home, you can use the miniatures, which is, I think, always nice. Nice to have the option to have a smaller box to take away with you. Some people will be unhappy because they would want all of these miniatures to store in the core box. Okay, no hidden envelope this time. There's our miniatures. Again, nice, sturdy, really thick, sturdy plastic. And I like the fact, if you see here, I don't know if you can make it out easy, but they've got the numbers for the miniatures printed underneath. So of course you can look at the token, look at the number on the back, and then you can pick out the right one and know that you've got the correct one. So yeah, quality is the same as the core box. They're neat, they're tidy, they'll be quite easy to paint, not too heavy on the detail. Sadly, unlike the core box where the bases all have some extra detail on, these are just basic bases with nothing on. Except this guy. This guy's got a textured base. Don't know why he gets the special treatment. I mean, I'm glad he does, but it's a shame that the others don't. Oh, cannot get this guy out. Again, he's got a textured base. Interesting. I'm intrigued now as to whether anybody else has got anything. No, I think it could just be those two. If I look from above, I don't see anybody else with a textured base except for this small miniature down here in the corner. I don't even know what that is. Well, whatever it is, it's tiny. Wow, is it like a little tiny slug or something sitting on the pile of books? Can't really make that out, but anyway, interesting. Right, so yeah, there we are. The extra miniatures to play with make the game a bit more immersive. Very nice. pop those away. Then we will take a look at this Lost to the Night Darkwater, almost as big, I would say, as the core game. The Lost to the Night expansion introduces a brand new 3-scenario long campaign with a cast of 4 new characters that bring unique stories and abilities to the table. Great! That's what you want in an expansion, is new characters, new story. That's perfect. The shrink wrap on this is just as good as on the other boxes. Very nicely done. Again, there's no signs of damage to any of the boxes, and so the packaging has worked very well. Nice simple artwork as well, and I like that. We have a small, just a 1-page leaflet just to explain what is going on. Not the best list of components in the world, just a number, but even so, better than nothing, I guess. And yeah, very, very, very simple. Doesn't introduce any new rules, just new components, new characters, new story. Makes perfect sense. We've got some more tokens, again, all numbered on the back. Some of them look just the same, like this sort of zombie type character here. But if we look on the back, different numbers, which I guess is useful so you can keep track of which one is which in the game. But yeah, no problems there. Cardboard feels the same as in the other. Got some new character boards. I didn't say, but these are double thickness so that the wells are very pronounced. You know, the cubes will sit in there really nicely. Nothing's going to fall out, even if you give it a bit of a jolt. Nice. I do like the printing quality as well. So now we've got the same style tray as in the core box. Got the storage again, I think, for the tokens. This one isn't broken, which is nice, and again, really sturdy. Feels very good. Then we've got more these map cards. Space here, which will be perfect for storing tokens. Some more cards. I like that. Some people won't even know what that is, but to me that's just a blast from the past. The old cassette tape. More cards here as well, a bit more storage space underneath. And then we've got the new, I guess, big boss, the big baddie. Okay, can't remember how he went in. Not ideal. What have I done? Right, okay, well I've failed miserably at remembering how to get him back in the box. There we go, I think it's like that. Have a look at one of the new characters. Similar quality. Yeah, I'd say identical quality actually as in the other box. So again, not unhappy at all. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see if there's a sneaky hidden envelope in this box. Oh no, looks like that was just a core box phenomenon. Okay. Back. Yeah. Looks like I managed to pack that in correctly. Put this on there, get the tokens on. Okay, and then we'll just take a look at the last expansion, which is called The Yesterday Demon and Other Stories. See what it says on the back. This exclusive expansion introduces 4 standalone scenarios, each of which focuses on the prequel story of one of the Beaumont Agency detectives, Constance, John, Julia and Winter. Despite narratively focusing on a single character, each scenario is fully playable with up to 4 players. Due to the standalone nature of the scenarios, The Yesterday Demon and Other Stories is a good way to introduce new players to the Dark Quarter. At the same time, it expands the world for those veterans already familiar with the lore of the Dark Orleans. Okay, excellent. Shrink wrap's good again. As I say, same consistent quality as on the other boxes. No signs of damage again. Very, very happy how this has gone. Clearly that damage on the other core box on the tray was done at the factory, not in transit, 'cause there's no other bits of plastic in the box. No new rules in this expansion, which is nice, just new characters. If we take a look here, we've got the new tokens, and we've got similar, very good quality, nice strong plastic with the storage. Interestingly, the cards are not shrink wrapped this time, just paper on them. I can tell you that the quality of the cards feels good. Nice, quite thick. Yep. Got more space for storage. Oh, we've got another new, I guess the bad guy. Oh, this is nice. Look at this person here. Sort of kneeling as all this comes. Is it coming out of their mouth? I'm not sure. Weird. Nice. I like it though. Right, and 3 more characters. Yep. Okay, and a quick check to see if there's anything underneath. No, nothing underneath. So there we go. That's the last expansion. I shall now do a little bit of research and just see how people have set their game up for storage. Oh, look at that, those fit in there, that's nice. I might keep those in there. Put this back on here, and there we go. So there you go, quick unboxing. Not a huge amount to explain there, it's quite straightforward. I must admit, I do enjoy the fact that this one looks, it looks just a bit simpler, a bit easier to just maybe get on with and play a game. So I shall look forward to that. Until the next video, take care wherever you are.